and welcome back to the Clan Code podcast. My name is Carol Kabale, and today I'm kind of very excited about this one because it's all about love. And love is something all of us need a little bit more of. So, if you are as excited as me to learn a little bit more about love, then this episode is for you.
Amazing.
Hello, Chaya, and welcome to the Clan Code podcast.
Thank you so much, Carol. Thank you so much,
Thank
listeners. It is my pleasure to be here.
I'm really so excited that you're here today. Honestly, I feel like it was a bumpy start, but there's something that we used to say at school when I did theater, and it was bad rehearsal, great performance. And that is why I know that this episode is going to be unlike any other. It's going to be amazing. And I'm really excited for the listeners to tune in.
Same here. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic, guys. Get ready.
Yes, it's going to be great. So, we have a bit of a tradition around here where we ask everyone what is their unique client code. So, if you could decode for us what it is that you do, who you help, how you got into it, and we'll take it from there.
Great. So, my name is Chaya Garcia. You can find me on Instagram at Epic Love Expert because that's my client code. I'm an epic love expert because I work with single women who have high standards in love, believe in a good life, but don't always know how to sift through all the men in the world to find the ones who are healthy or unhealthy. So if you are a single woman who wants a relationship in your life, doesn't have to be now, could just be hypothetically, then you work with me to basically teach you how to love yourself, as well as the signs of healthy and unhealthy behavior in men during the dating process to ensure that when you choose a partner, it is nothing like your past and it will actually be sustainable and safe.
First of all, a part of me is secretly like, should I just get divorced and like get remarried? Because this sounds awesome and it sounds like a vibe to work with someone like you that's going to find my person. But I'm also very happy in my relationship. So, no, but it does sound really good. It sounds tempted. I'm tempted. I'm not going to lie. I think if I take myself as the example, I guess we were all really taught to find but I know you have a very interesting take on finding the one, or if there is a one at all. Should we dive in there?
Yes. I mean, I'm a big believer that there is actually one soulmate for you. We have 7 soulmates. According to one ancient text, which I totally love and believe in, we have 7 potential soulmates. And then based on essentially how much you self-actualize, how much you grow and heal and actually transform your traumas, you basically raise your vibration, and we only really have one highest potential of love, one Zivug Hagon, which is your highest soulmate. And essentially, that is what I work with women to get. So there's a lot of matchmakers and dating coaches and BS advice, and they just say, just make choices. And they basically are trying to help you get married. And what I'm doing is helping women stay married, that after the wedding, they actually enjoy the rest of their life with a man, not just find a man, but actually the right one who has the same values and faith and beliefs and visions as them, so that they're not stuck in a home together with different ways of working in this world.
I love that. Personally, I think you hit the nail on the head. Getting married is easy. Like, you could get married tomorrow. You could go pick a guy or a girl or whatever you're interested in, and like you could go and make that happen. But what Kaya said, that's the nail on the head. Like, marriage is work. I always say you choose to be in marriage. You choose this every single day if you want to stay. And, you should make the choice of because you like the person and you love the person and you want to build with this person, not out of, well, I guess I'm stuck with this person because I married them. That would be terrible. Like, personally, again, back to my own choice, I'm very happy with mine. So I wish that upon everyone looking for love. Your person is out there, guys. Just look. Just also answer those DMs. You don't know. It might be him. Answer those DMs. What would you say someone who's searching for love, besides working with you, obviously, because that's the natural next step, but besides working with you, what is something that they maybe should do first? Should they work on themselves? Should they create a list of what they're looking for? What's step number 1?
Well, step number 1 is learning the fact of 2 things. One is you are 100% messed up and 100% lovable. That's the name of my podcast, the 100% podcast. You need to know that, yes, you're messed up, and it doesn't take away or diminish how lovable you are. And that a lot of women try to prove that they are lovable through a partner. They say, oh, if I can make him love me, if I can only earn his love, if I can get him to want me or be consistent or choose me or not cheat on me or whatever it is, then I will then be lovable. But it's the opposite. It's like, first, you are lovable right now, and you don't need to have that love come from someone else. And the work that you do is formulating that belief system through practical applications. How do you treat yourself? How do you feed yourself? How do you protect yourself? And so learning these skills, which is what I do with my clients in my programs, it's that we don't attract what we want. We attract who we are. And so if
Mm.
you are being so critical of yourself and you're not sober and you're very impatient, you're going to attract someone who's also not sober and going to be critical of you and without the patience that you want. Because you want it doesn't mean you're going to bring it into your life. So, step number one is remembering that you are 100% messed up and 100% still lovable, not 90% lovable. And when you get your shit together, you're 100%, like right now, 100%. And the other thing is learning how to love and protect yourself so you can choose not just for right now, but for the future of yourself and your life.
I love that. It really does go back to that cliche that, you've got to love yourself first before you can like put yourself out there. But honestly, more truer words haven't existed because if you don't really know what you want, how can you expect somebody else to give it to you? So I really like that. Step number one is kind of easy, but I think we skip it because, we like to overachieve as women. We're like, no, 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 that's not important. I'm just going to go find him. No, no, no. I know that part. And we just breeze past it. What would you say is something that we're making as a mistake, like that one, breezing past it as the example, that you constantly see single women who are looking for love doing that you wish you could just go up to them and maybe shake them a bit and be like, girl, get your act together. Stop making this mistake.
They choose they're in their masculine. So when women are in their masculine, they go, "Will you want me? Will you choose me?" What I really want to shake them with in the best loving, hugging, sweet way
Yes.
is they go, "Oh, so I found this man and he's really great, but he didn't, pay for me and he looked at the hot waitress. So I told him, if you want to be with me, you have to pay for me and don't you dare look at other women if you want to stay with me."
Mm.
And I go in my head, "You have to tell a grown man what to do. You haven't learned that you cannot change a grown man's behavior. So maybe he won't look at her when he's with you, but when he's away from you, he will. Maybe he won't do it when he goes on a date with you, but he'll do it with his guy friends, or maybe he'll watch porn, or maybe he'll do this." If you have to tell a man, don't look at other women or do this, or, I don't really like when you talk about your ex all the time. It makes me feel like you're not thinking about me because he's not thinking about you. So stop telling him what you think he needs to do to finally be worthy of you, even though if you knew any form of your worth, you would leave him without saying a word.
I mean, I say it all the time. If he wanted to, he would. It's just that simple. Like, I look at things that my husband does, and like, I look at things that other people's husbands do, and I go, interesting. Your husband doesn't do that. Behind closed doors, of course, I look and I go, because if he wanted to, he would. You wouldn't have to ask for it. It would just be what he does. And it's really a part of me is kind of sad that like some people have settled for that. But like you said, it really goes back to what will you stand for and what won't you put up with? And if that's something that you need to train someone or you need to fix in someone, girl, no. There's like 8 billion people. I don't know. There's a lot of humans in this planet. Find you another one. Find you
And
another one.
increase your worth. Like, you don't want to be somebody's mother, and you don't want to be somebody's controller, and you don't want to be somebody's dictator. And you don't want to worry that if you're not there, they're going to do something that you don't want. Like, you deserve a serene, peaceful life where you can predict the behavior of your spouse, not be
Mm.
confused or worried about what he's going to do because you're the one constantly controlling and telling him what he should and shouldn't do. That's exhausting.
That is exhausting. I mean, once you find that, it gives you so much peace. If I use myself as the example, like I know what my husband's doing all the time. He's probably playing PlayStation right now. Like you shouldn't be thinking like, is he out at the club? Is he texting other people? It is not your responsibility to dictate what that man is doing. He should be a man and he should be doing his things. And you should have that peace to know that he's not out there doing things that are going to stress you as a unit, right?
100%. And women have to find the right support systems so that they can have more truth instead of running back to the man and being like, "Oh, but you could do or just maybe go to AA or maybe do this or maybe do that if oh, you can really like stop drinking." Instead of running towards the man and trying to tell him what he needs to do to get better, run towards yourself and say, "This is what I need to do to get better."
Firstly, that was very delicious. I like that. Run towards yourself to get better. That was nice. I like that. What is one thing that women who are out here dating and want to get married, what is one thing that they maybe need to look out for besides all the great tips we've already given them? But if you're dating for marriage in particular, what is one thing you should be looking out
I break it down into three components of sobriety, safety, and spirituality. So, one, they need to be sober. If they're drinking, whether it's a little bit, but every day, or a lot of bit and once a week, that's still alcoholism. Whether a lot of people, a lot of women say, oh, no, he only just drinks heavily on the weekends, or he only has one glass or one beer of wine or whatever every single night. If a man is altering his consciousness regularly, then that is not a way that he's going to have stable and predictable behavior. And you want to be able to relax in life, not be always worried about if he's going to show up or if he's going to miss it or if he's going to be sober or if he gets a surgery, if he can take his painkillers. Otherwise, you don't want that. You don't need that. So, one, you need to check if he's sober. And yes, a lot of people drink and a lot of people watch porn and a lot of people do drugs. It doesn't mean it's normal and it doesn't mean it's helpful. So you really want someone who is completely sober. If you really want an epic life, right? I teach epic love, not shitty love, not mediocre love, epic love. You need a man who's
for? Love
sober.
that.
And then the other thing is safety. He has to show signs that he is physically safe. He doesn't lose his temper. He's not impatient. He doesn't just walk ahead of you and you're like 10 feet behind and he's not really aware of your existence. So you have to feel like he's a really safe person to be around. He's not making you anxious or like you're a piece of meat. And the other one is spirituality. Does he talk about God? Does he have faith? Does he have religion or heritage or culture in his life? Or does he think he's in control? A man who doesn't believe in God or have active faith in his life means that he's in control. That is an exhausting and dangerous and dominant space to enter because people who think that they're in control are very pessimistic. They're overworking to try to control everything because it's all about them and not about the universe or God's timing. And it's a very unhappy place to be in because when things
Yeah.
get hard in life, you need someone to say, you know what, God's got us. It's going to be okay. There's a rhyme and a reason to this. So, for optimism through hard challenges, you need spirituality. So, safety, sobriety, and spirituality.
Yeah, those are great things. And I think, I feel like those are very hard boundaries for you. In my instance, there's a little bit of flexibility, but I think that's because there's flexibility on both ends. Would you say if there's flexibility on both ends, then that's okay? Like, could you do 2 out of 3 is okay?
Look, I teach epic love. I teach the number
Yeah,
one.
maybe we're going to get like, okay, love.
Right. So there's a lot of advice out there that will get you okay
Hmm.
love. There's a lot of that.
Yeah,
There's also a lot of mediocre marriages. There's a lot of marriages that don't last. If you want a phenomenal, like it's like you want to be the 1% of business, there are laws. You
correct.
cannot be 1% of business. You don't need to be a millionaire. You can make some money and be fine and still survive and have a lot of gratitude. But if you want to be a millionaire, there are different rules to follow. There's different tax laws to
Agreed.
follow. So for me, I teach people how to have epic love. You want to grow and you want to have a love where there's almost no challenges. Me and my husband have almost no challenges. I wake up, I'm now in my almost ninth year of marriage, every day more and more in love with him. I'm extremely proud of his character. When I become who he is, I'm thrilled. So you want epic love where your life is genuinely getting better and better and better, then yes, you need sobriety, spirituality, and safety.
Okay. That's it, guys. That's it. I don't make the rules, but clearly they're there. Okay. So if you want epic love, this is what we need to be doing. We need to put our big old panties on and choose ourselves first and get it done. That's it. It's just that simple. And honestly, with that, I want to ask you, Kaya, one thing that I ask everybody who comes on the show, which is kind of a little bit like my life mantra, which is what you don't change, you choose. So, what are you choosing today?
I mean, I'm always working on myself. What am I changing? Is that the question?
Choosing. So, example,
What am I
today
choosing?
I chose consistency and I decided, you know what, regardless of the mountain I'm climbing, because I have flu and I feel terrible and I'm going to choose to be consistent and I'm going to show up and I'm going to get it done. I'm going to be consistent. So, it can be something like that, or it can just be like, I choose to let everything stay exactly the same, whatever comes up for you.
I choose to appreciate life. My choice that I work on every day is how do I value today? I have a lot of clients, thank God. And a lot of them are older than me. And a lot of them get diagnosed with illnesses through stress. And yes, a lot of them are stress related through relationship issues. That's why they're my clients. But I understand that stress will destroy your life. Maybe not right now because I'm in my 30s, but in my 40s and 60s, if I don't appreciate today and be as calm as I can be and as contained and I value my serenity. One of the things that I learned when I was sick, like addicted to love, which is how my story is tied into my work, is that I used to be okay with drama. I used to be okay with ups and downs. I used to date addicts. I used to be okay with the highs. I used to be okay with the lows. I was okay with minimal or more of stress, of drama, of anxiety. And I 100% learned in the 12-step program that you need to value your serenity, that you deserve a serene life, a healthy life, a predictable life. And so now I choose serenity. Nothing can piss me off. You don't do the right thing, that's on you. My kids are annoying as little cutie patooties. I will work through that. I constantly ask myself, what do I need to be calm? Sometimes I put earplugs in when my kids cry, but I'm still there. Sometimes, if I can't speak nicely to my children, I will leave the house and sit in the car. Sometimes I just like whatever it is, I value serenity. I choose calm because my body is the way that I experience the world, and the amount of love that I can give out is only based on how much I love myself, which comes from the
Hmm.
protection because I'm actually in a good place.
Was so good. That was really so good. Yay! I love that. Kaya,
Alrighty.
where can the people find you? Tell them where they can go because I want them
People
to work with you.
DM me at Epic Love Expert and join my new school. Yo, I have an amazing community. It's totally free. Join my school community. It's called Epic Love School. And just go on to school.com, type in Epic Love School, and it is a free community with Q&As and live coaching and obviously other courses that you can pay for if you want in the future. But it is an amazing space for single women who want real advice that is backed by so much science, 20 years of expertise, and a lot of proof that if you really want an epic love, it is 100% possible, but it starts with you believing that you are 100% lovable and putting all your energy and effort back into you first.
I love that. Okay. Kaya, thank you so much for being, dare I say it, epic? It has been epic having you here. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thank you so much. And to everyone listening, thank you so much for listening once again to the Client Code podcast.